They're in the highest priority group, but 3 months into the rollout, these disability care workers are only just getting their first COVID jabs.
I work with vulnerable people. I work in the disability industry.
Most of the vulnerable people he works with are still exposed.
This is a national disgrace. People with disabilities were supposed to be at the front of the queue.
In what's been described as an abject failure, fewer than 1,000 residents in disability care have so far been vaccinated. 26,000 are still waiting.
The Morrison government has so far vaccinated more politicians and Olympians than it has disabled people.
Health officials admit the complexity of the rollout in aged care meant elderly Australians have been prioritised over those with disabilities.
We've got to step up the performance there, there's no doubt about that.
Without the most vulnerable vaccinated, there can be no reopening of the international border. Some CEOs growing impatient about the lack of a clear deadline.
We need to get the borders open for our health and for the economy. And we need to do that once the most vulnerable are protected.
Once they're vaccinated, the Virgin Australia boss argues the nation must open up and ultimately learn to live with the virus.
Some people may die, but it'll be way smaller than with the flu.
That is extraordinarily offensive language.
You know, I regret that those comments were somewhat insensitive.
Not so many months ago, it was the Prime Minister railing against border closures and warning that Australians would have to learn to live with the virus. His language has shifted, and as much as it might frustrate his backbench colleagues and business leaders, he's in no rush to outline what it'll take for international travel to resume.
Right now, it's not safe to do so. I'm not going to take risks with Australians' lives.
A point he'll continue to hammer home. Jane Norman, ABC News, Canberra.